The V2 in the courtyard is one of our largest objects, 46 feet and 1 inch long and weighing 14 tons at takeoff. It was created in the late 1930s by a team of German scientists led by Wernher von Braun, initially distrusted by German High Command and viewed simply as overpriced artillery. It was developed and brought into use at the closing stages of the war, in 1944, when it was named Hitler's vengeance weapon. The V2 was manufactured in the caves at Nordhausen, where it was moved after the Allies bombed Peenemünde in Operation Crossbow. It is the only weapon to kill more people in the manufacture than in the use. Around 14,000 to 20,000 people, prisoners of war and slave labour, were killed in the factory, with 200 hanged for suspected sabotage. The engine was powered by a bi-fuel propulsion unit, using hydrogen peroxide, oxygen and ethanol, which was made from potatoes. It took 30 tons of potatoes to create the 4 tons of fuel needed to launch one V2. As aviation fuel for planes ran out, more importance was put on the V2, despite the cost of the project. The cost of one rocket was the same as a 4-engined bomber, with the difference that the bomber was able to be reused. The warhead was filled with high explosive, weighing 1,000 kilograms. It was detonated by 2 fuses, a base fuse and a nose fuse. As there was no way of making the warhead detonate just before impact, the V2 relied on the shock of landing to cause the detonation. The Allied command realised that if the V2 was developed to the extent that it had a simplified production, along with an increased range and payload, and improved the accuracy of the strikes, this would magnify the effect of the weapon. If the high explosive was replaced with an atomic bomb, the destructive ability would be colossal. It was these fears that fuelled Operation Backfire, and which were later explored in the Cold War.